Don't look now, but we are back in a competitive real estate market. Here's how to put in a winning bid without overpaying. High rents and low interest rates have pushed many home buyers off the fence, so we are back to a seller's market, making it tough for buyers, especially first-timers. Hi, I'm Lambros Demos from Royal LePage, and if you're in the market to buy a home, you may want to follow these tips to give yourself a leg up on the competition and increase your chances of securing the home of your dreams, even in a hot market. Before you even begin looking at houses, get pre-approved for a mortgage. An experienced and competent agent will not work with you unless you're pre-approved. A seller's agent will not even look at your offer unless you're pre-approved. Save yourself time and disappointment by speaking to a mortgage professional today to get the ball rolling. Actually, just pause this video right now and do it. That's how important it is. Once you're pre-approved and found the home of your dreams, you're ready to submit an offer that even Don Corleone would have a hard time turning down. Keep in mind there are 4 main items that sellers look at in an offer, and I'll speak to each of them. Number 1 is purchase price. Number 2 is deposit. Number 3 is closing date. And number 4 are any conditions. One of the most common mistakes home buyers make is they put too much emphasis on asking price. The asking price is not an indication of value. It is simply an arbitrary number, and in some cases, the asking price is not even the end point, but the starting point for offers. I understand everybody wants a deal, but sometimes the asking price is low on purpose to generate multiple bids. And if you're in competition, guess what? The seller will not bother negotiating with a lowball offer. They'll just take the best one. So what's a fair price for the property then? Well, that's where your agent comes in. They have to do their due diligence to give you an estimated market value, because it may be over asking, but it may be under asking. And that's another reason why you need a good buyer's agent, someone to look out for your best interests. The seller's agent is looking out for the seller, and it is his or her job to get as much money for the property as possible. Saving a few bucks off the asking price may sound like a good idea, but in reality, you may still be overpaying. That's why you need your own agent to do the research. Sellers are more likely to accept an offer with a larger deposit because that speaks to the seriousness of the offer. 5% of the purchase price should be enough, but anything less than 3% will likely raise flags for the seller. The closing date usually takes a back seat to the purchase price, but in some cases, the sellers will require either a long closing or short closing. The more flexible you can be with closing, the better your chances of acquiring the property, even if you don't have the highest bid. The fewer conditions you have in the offer, the better your chances. But don't do anything you're not comfortable with. For example, if your pre-approval comes in much higher than the purchase price and you have at least 20% down payment, then you may consider dropping the financing condition, but otherwise I wouldn't recommend it. I would also not recommend dropping the home inspection condition unless, of course, you've already received a home inspection report from the seller and you're happy with it. If not, then keep it in there. The one condition you must have is if you're buying a condo, you need a status certificate condition. But other than these 3, don't complicate your offer with other conditions. For example, the selling of your own home, because that's just going to put your offer to the bottom of the pile. And this is another reason why you need a good buyer's agent, to guide you through the process and give you some valuable insight. Writing a heartwarming letter to the sellers is a nice idea and may push your offer to the top, but it will not replace the previous items we just talked about. Where it comes in handy is in a tie-breaking situation. So go ahead, write one anyway. It's better to pull out all the stops. Showing up is half the battle. Well, you've heard that expression before, but in real estate, this couldn't be any truer. Many agents will email the offer in, but if you want to give yourself an edge, your agent should present the offer in person to the seller, with you waiting outside just in case a signature is needed. That shows commitment to the offer and a willingness to get a deal done on the spot. It also gives your agent an opportunity to speak to the sellers directly face-to-face and convince them why they should choose your offer over all the others. Hope these buyer tips help. For more information, don't hesitate to contact me. I'd love to hear from you. Have a fantastic day and good luck on your next offer.